First of all, thank you for taking 5 minutes to learn more about our software proVM Auditor. My name is Warren Bailey. I am the Senior Biz Dev Guy here at ProSo, and I'll be showing you how awesome our software is. To keep this at 5 minutes, I'm going to be hitting the high points and pretty quickly. So if you have any questions, you can grab us at our Contact Us spot on our website, or my contact details are in the About section of this YouTube video. proVM Auditor is wizard-based, built in .NET with a SQL backend database, allowing you to store your vulnerability data perpetually, which also supports features like trending analysis of your findings and editing your checked data. It supports both DoD and commercially available tools, and we can look at any other tool you might currently use. Now, there are 3 areas to the software: the wizard, where you import your scans, create reports, and view session trending; historical, where you view all historical trending, create previous reports, and POA&Ms; and then settings is where you can massage the data. So let's go ahead and import some data here. You can browse to your directory, or you can just simply drag and drop those bad boys in a proVM, and proVM will identify and import them correctly. It's going to give you a status of your import if you've got a bad file for whatever reason, and as you can see here, I think this is about 8,400 findings, and we've done it in about 8 seconds, so it's fast. Next, you'll be presented with a splash screen of the data that you just imported with your finding counts. Now, this is also where you can create a report, which we call a vulnerability matrix, or VM for short. So instead of having a 400-page retina report, a 60-page app detective report, and a 200-page Nessus report to work from, all this data is combined into one easy-to-use spreadsheet. So no more binders of reports or having to have consoles open to work from. Our goal is to get your results into actionable format, to be able to attach it to an email, a ticket, or to print it out. Now, out of the box, proVM simply re-represents your raw scan results. It's data in, data out, but you can massage this data, which I'll show you in a minute. Now, I'm just going to hit the highlights of the VM. You've got a summary tab here with your totals and unique totals by tool, operating system, and target. Your unique findings presents only one row with each finding, so you've got this finding here, affects all these devices over here. And then your Finding Details tab breaks it down more on a device level and includes any pertinent information related to that specific target. Next, proVM will trend any historical data that is related to the data that you just imported, or session trending. You can copy and paste this chart, or any other charts in the wizard for that matter, into a report. You can change the data series by tool, device, operating system, or finding. You can mine for data. You can change the way the graph itself looks. You can include certain data options. You can group data by when it was imported, scanned, or the session, and you can define specific time parameters. Now, if you want to create your own charts, you can click this Show Values table and grab that data there to create your own charts. So let's say we're done with proVM Auditor for this session, and later on, we want to look at some historical data. Alright, from the home screen, you're presented with historical trending that trends all historical data in the database with the same options as you saw with session trending I just showed you. And this is where you can create any previous reports or VMs and your POA&Ms for specific vulnerabilities. And if you don't know what a POA&M is, it's a DoD thing. The final piece of the software is our settings menu, and in it you can actually edit the checks in your database. You can change the name, the description, the risk, the severity, the fix itself, or map it to an IA control perhaps. You can also pre-populate known mitigations for repeated findings, or filter out unwanted findings like false positives that might clutter up your reports, and then provide comments for those as well. And you can override fingerprinting with the correct system text, since we know that fingerprinting isn't particularly stellar. Now, all these options remains persistent and will be reflected in your vulnerability matrix. The user guide is also located here that you can use with your 2-week trial you're about to grab. See how I did that? So a couple of things about the trial. Go fill out your information at our proVM product page, and you can receive a full version 2-week trial that you can test proVM in your own environment. Now, you already know we have the user guide, but we also have put out some support videos to show different aspects of the software in detail. You can get them from either our knowledge base here or our YouTube channel ProSo IA. Now, something also to think about is that we have a reselling program in place for security consultants, contractors, or resellers in the security industry. So if you've got the trial and you've got clients that might need this, that's something to consider. Alright, that's it. Again, thanks for your time. See, I told you it was awesome. Now go grab your trial.